So yes, Abby died and we all cried. Welcome to my Eastenders chatter channel. Last night was absolutely, completely epic. Look, I've even lit a candle for our blessed Abby. God bless her and rest her soul. Abby Branning is now no more. She is up in the clouds with the angels, and what amazing acting. It set Twitter on fire. Did you see all of the actors were saying like, God bless you, Abby, we're going to miss you, Abby. What bits got you? Make sure you leave it in the comments down below. I've got lots to say on this subject. So first thing I want to say, massive congratulations to our amazing actress Jackie. I'm trying to think of her character name. Oh my god. Oh, Lauren, of course it's Lauren. Yeah, I'm going to come back to that actually, because I'm a bit concerned I might get a bit choked. Now it's crazy. So many people on Twitter were saying, excuse my lighting here. So many people on Twitter were saying, like, wasn't it just so emotional? Loads of people cried. It must have been so hard for the actors and actresses involved in that. I was so thrilled with so much of the writing in EastEnders. I was so pleased that they brought in Rainey, because like that would happen, wouldn't it? You know, your aunt would come to wish her goodbye, and I've got so much to say about it, and from a personal note as well, because 2 years on Wednesday 2 years on Wednesday since my dad died, in a very similar way. So as you can imagine, there were floods of tears in this house yesterday when we watched the episode, but I'll get back to that bit in a minute. First thing, when Lauren was in the house with Jay and she said to him, can you read this text? And then he read it, didn't he? And he was like shocked and taken aback. 10 out of 10 for him. He did that brilliantly. And then when she said, like, I was just going to send a group text, like, is that what you do? And I thought, oh my god, it's so real. Like, you wouldn't know what to do. You wouldn't know, do you send a real text? Do you know, do you individualise people? I mean, I messed up there when we lost my dad. I thought everybody who needed to know knew that he was about to die. Because we did know, we had like, he died on the Sunday, we had from Friday evening to decide the whole switching off the machine thing, and I was sure everybody knew. So when the time came, once we had again spoken to everyone, I said, yeah, time's come. I put a picture of him, very solitude picture of him paddling in the Red Sea, just looking down at the fish, hands behind his back in a typical fashion. My dad was known for walking the beach, and I put that picture up and I just wrote, heaven has gained another angel. And sadly for me, one of Dad's best friends saw that, and he said, oh, when I saw that I was really shocked, and I thought, oh god, have I done the wrong thing there? But like, what do? You know, if you've ever lost someone and you've got to be that person that tells people, you just don't know what to say. And I think the way that they wrote that, it was just brilliant. And even though I was in the moment and I was sad in the moment, I did say out loud, oh my god, well done EastEnders, that was amazing writing. The way that it just captured me, that moment. The other thing that got me is when Abby's mum sort of had her hand and had the teddy bear that was in her hand, and she said, no, go get him, go get him, go get him. Because I think I've not had that relationship with somebody, the father of my children, where you got that bond that no matter what else has gone on, they're still your children together. Whereas like obviously Max and Tanya have lived together and had that bond with the girls. So I think that those feelings would come back up, and you would want him there, and I'm so pleased that they did it that way. And also, much as, you know, we all were really cross with Max not long ago, and it is his fault that Abby's died, but you can't deny that father that right, because he was so sad. You know, he clearly didn't want Abby to die, did he? So that was really sad. So I think they did so many things so brilliant. I thought Cora was brilliant. I thought oh my god, in the pub when they ding 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 and everyone was like, and even I think it was Denise, she took the whiskey, she was a bit, you know, why whiskey? I'm not sure. Medicinal purposes maybe. I would have thought it'd be more brandy. It might have been brandy, I don't know. Why did I assume it was whiskey? There was a reason, but I've forgotten. But yeah, you know, even her face was like, ooh, because not everyone's gonna like that, but they all had the same, and it was all, you know, it was a thing, and there was toasting Abby. So it was just genius, absolutely pure EastEnders gold. I thought it was fantastic. And of course, then we're going to get onto the story of medically how it happened. I thought the surgeon was very present. I don't know the surgeon, I'm saying surgeon, like probably was a surgeon, but the doctor guy, like he was there like all the time, wasn't he? And we didn't find that as an experience. I would have thought at that time Abby would have been not in the regular hospital room that they all get, but she would have been in intensive care on a one-on-one. So there would have been a nurse. You remember when like Max barricaded himself in there and there was that nurse lady there? There would be one-on-one, so one nurse, one patient. That's how it was with Dad. And so what happened with Dad, I'll just tell you very briefly. It turned out he had a brainstem stroke. So in the same way that Abby had a brainstem had died, and brainstem, I don't know if you remember, I think they showed, no, I'm imagining that again from my own story, but it's the middle part of the brain there, so it affects just everything. I've said this in a video before. It affects all the things that control your heartbeating, your breathing, your temperature, all your basic needs as a human being. That controls it. So when that's gone, then you cannot survive. There's no ifs or buts, you just can't. So initially for Dad, he was showing signs of stroke, but they was like, oh, well, this isn't one-sided. You know, he didn't have the droop face or anything. He was slurring slightly. Very quickly came on to the point that he couldn't walk, you know, within hours. And they sort of still were saying, well, it can't be a stroke because, and it was a stroke. So very different to Abby, but in the same way, the brainstem didn't work anymore. And then they thought Dad might have had Guillain-Barré syndrome, which I really researched it at the time, but I've kind of put that out of my mind because it was 2 years ago now. But I think that's an autoimmune illness where you start to attack your own body and the nerve endings, I believe, but don't quote me on that. And so it is something you can get over. It's really, really serious and it takes a long time to get over, but they thought it was that. So I was researching all of that and I went in the following day to see Dad again, by which time he was in the coma. Exactly the same Abby was. That was going to fall. And went in to see Dad, and then they said that they'd given him an MRI scan and basically said the brainstem had a massive stroke and it was so damaged. I told you that in a video previously. So I was there when Dad died, and so was my ex-husband, and just prior to when they switched the machines off, Nathan was there as well, who's my son. And the way that it happened was very, very different to Abby, and I don't know if that was unrealistic, but obviously maybe every case is different, but also they've got to put the drama in, haven't they? I completely understand that. So part of me was sitting there thinking, well, that's not how it happened with Dad. But one, he's a different person, different set of circumstances possibly. But what they, you know, if they'd have done it the same way, it wouldn't have been so dramatic, because the machines where you saw Abby's heartbeat going like that and then to nothing, and then it was just going clear and flatlining, and also it happened instantly, which I thought that would happen with Dad. So we was all ready. My son said his goodbyes and then went in the relatives' room and waited while me and my ex-husband went in there to be with Dad while he passed. But they switched all those machines off, the heartbeat, the blood pressure, you know, all of that was on at the side. They switched them all off, and I do believe that they were able to still keep a track on what was going on with Dad, but we weren't able to see that. And they also took all his tubes out and everything. They asked us to leave the room while they did all that, because I would imagine probably a natural reaction, if you have that natural reaction, is that you would choke and stuff. I don't know. This is getting gross. I don't want it to be. I want it to be beautiful. So sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just carry on. I was just wondering if this is too much and should I put a warning thing out. I'm just telling you my story. So anyway, so then we went back in with Dad, and the most beautiful passing happened, but he took 3 hours. He was breathing on his own, his heart was beating, and I couldn't help but think, oh my goodness, is there a miracle going to happen here? But we played music on my phone, put it on his pillow, played Queen and George Michael and the Beatles, and I was singing along. It was jolly stuff, not sad stuff. And, you know, I was able to whisper things to him about, you know, it's going to be lovely over there, everyone's going to be waiting, and those are my beliefs. So it was very different to Abby's, but it was also really struck a chord, and I just think there were a lot of things that Eastenders got right, so I congratulate Eastenders for that. I believe we're about to start being able to vote for the TV awards. I'll check that out and I'll put that on my Twitter, the Eastenders_chat Twitter. Come along and follow that, and I will let you know. So if you're an Eastenders fan, you can come along. And please make sure you subscribe to this channel. More than ever now, us small YouTubers need your support with subscriptions and watch time on the channels. And what's going to happen next in Eastenders? What have they got coming next? I'm really interested to know your thoughts. So as always, leave the comments down there. What are they going to do next? Are we going to have a funeral for Abby? Is Billy gonna do that? I mean, do you remember when they did Roxy and Ronnie's? Oh my god, they did that so brilliantly with the raves and the glow sticks. Just brilliant. So congratulations, Eastenders, and whoever wrote that is absolute genius. It was just fantastic. Imagine being a researcher and like finding out from people how you'd feel and what you'd say, and oh my god, I'd love to do that for a couple of days. Work experience at my age, why not? Anyway, take care of yourself, guys. Leave a thumbs up for my video so you know that you also enjoyed it, and let me know how many boxes of tissues you got through in the comments down below. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.